I'm Joseph Swanson, and I'm the lighting manager at Magic Kingdom Park. I received my MBA and Masters of Management and Leadership from WGU. My shift normally begins when guests are leaving the park. That's when my team floods forward and starts our work. We fix all of the power and lights throughout the entire park. Our icons are some of the most photographed areas in the world, and we want them to really shine for our guests. Being able to create that magical experience for literally millions of guests every year is an absolute joy. What really piqued my interest in engineering was joining the military. Back in 2009, I joined the United States Navy as a nuclear electrician's mate, served on the USS John C. Stennis for 4 years, 2 deployments out to the Arabian Gulf. Fast forward to 2015, I went into the private sector, into a job that, while it was technically challenging, it wasn't challenging me in the right ways. I felt like where I wanted to go was in leadership and management. So I found WGU and started the MBA program. Shortly thereafter, I saw the opening for Engineering Services Manager at Walt Disney World. So I just put in the application. Disney liked me enough to hire me. Continued my schooling the entire way, never missed a beat, and started my career with Disney. The MBA and the MSML, both of them are 2 different sides of the same coin, but they help tremendously in translating what it is to be an engineer or a technician into being a leader of an engineer or a technician. I'm very proud of my military service and very proud of the brothers and sisters that I serve next to. I think that Military Appreciation Month is taking time to really appreciate those who served and those who fought for our freedoms and liberties. I think that any working person should know that WGU is an absolute flexible program. For your life, for your career, it helps you springboard to the next level.
Before I was a nurse, I started out as a nursing assistant, and I also joined the military at the age of 17. In 2000, I got a really good opportunity through the military to go to a civilian program to become a licensed practical nurse, and I did that for about 18 years before I finished up my degree with WGU. My name is Andrew Nagel. I'm a registered nurse with the Indianapolis VA, and I got my BSN from WGU. In the United States military, I was initially trained back in the 1990s. It was called a 91 Bravo, which was a combat medic. I served in everything from combat support hospitals to ambulance companies. I did a lot of instructing, and so that kind of brought me to 22 years, and after 22 years, I felt it was finally time to retire. Working at the Indianapolis VA as a registered nurse is outstanding. It's an amazing place to work. I kind of am specialized in that I follow congestive heart failure and COPD patients specifically. Working for veterans, taking care of veterans, working amongst veterans because a large portion of our working force is veteran also. You know, that as much as anything has kept me in touch with my former career in the military, and it's been wonderful. For me, the rewards have been being part of a team that goes out and gives vaccinations to patients who are stuck in their homes and can't get out to hospitals or clinics, and they are so thankful. I can walk into a veteran's home, and we may come from vastly different worlds. Our upbringings might be different, we might be from different parts of the country, but because we have both served our country, we have that commonality. And as a nurse, that can be a very powerful thing because it helps build that nurse-patient relationship. And they'll chat your ear off. I mean, they're just happy that you're there and so thankful that you brought this medication out to them that's gonna help them, save their life, hopefully. Now is a great time to be a nurse. You're gonna feel good about what you do at the end of the day because you're helping people who need help.
Once you've experienced the benefits of WGU's affordable, personalized approach to getting your degree online, it's natural to want to tell everyone you meet. Now, there's an easier way to let friends and family know about WGU. Refer a Friend is a platform that makes it easy to tell friends and family about the benefits of WGU and earn rewards. Sign up just once to get a personalized link that you can share with as many people as you want on blogs, emails, forums, and your favorite social media platforms. You can track how many people have checked out WGU from your link and earn cool WGU gear in the process. More referrals, more rewards, more convenient. Sign up today to refer a friend and help us change people's lives through education.
Live and online from the Orange County Convention Center, this is the 2022 Western Governors University Commencement in Orlando, Florida. This ceremony is for bachelor's graduates. This is a live broadcast and will be available for replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 91st Commencement for Western Governors University. I'm Chancellor Ben Coulter, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Orlando. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live over the internet. A special welcome to all our online viewers joining us from across the country and around the world. At this time, I'd like to pause to recognize graduates affiliated with our nation's armed forces. Many of our military graduates here today have used military tuition assistance or the GI Bill benefits to help pay for their WGU degrees. As a veteran who relied on GI Bill benefits to pay for my master's degree and my doctoral degree, I know firsthand the value of higher education and what it can do for post-career services. Recognizing that November is National Veterans and Military Families Month, we also acknowledge all veterans in attendance at today's commencement. Whether you're a guest, a family member, a WGU faculty member, or an employee, we thank you for your service. Now, as you're able, I invite you to please stand for the processional and remain standing for our national anthem. Will everybody please rise for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank Carl Slate of Richmond, Virginia, for performing our national anthem today. Carl earned his Bachelor of Science in Data Management and Data Analytics from WGU earlier this year. Carl has worked for Goodwill of Central and Coastal Virginia since 2014, and in 2018 became a platform architect for that organization. Thank you and congratulations, Carl. It is my distinct honor to convene the 91st Western Governors University Commencement. Please know that the safety of our graduates, guests, faculty, staff, and all attending or supporting this commencement is of utmost importance. We thank each and all of you for taking the precautions necessary to allow this event to occur and for us to do it safely. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates, and we congratulate you on completing one of life's great accomplishments. Today is your day, graduates. It's a day to celebrate with your families and your friends, with all those who have supported you along the journey. I urge you to take full advantage of what this hard-earned degree offers to you and to your communities. You've worked diligently, many through the pandemic, to reach this milestone. Today, we congratulate and celebrate you and the numerous challenges you have faced and overcome. You have worked hard and studied late, earning your degree while keeping your commitments to families and jobs. Your time at WGU has prepared you for your next role and your next opportunity. You're now equipped to propel yourselves, your families, and your communities forward, and we know that you will be successful. You join 38% of adults in the United States who hold a bachelor's degree. Today, many of you are graduating with a family member. We offer special congratulations to those who are sharing this important accomplishment with a loved one. WGU is grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. As Ben mentioned earlier, we are especially proud to honor the military members who are graduating today. We thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service to our country. We thank these brave individuals. We would like to ask you now, will you please stand to be recognized? Also joining us today are many of our WGU faculty and staff. Please put your hands together to show your appreciation for the time and the dedication they put into their work. Thank you. I'd like to share some facts with you about today's graduating class. 37% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 37 years old. The youngest of you is 18, and the oldest is 65. "71% of you are women. The average time it took you to earn a bachelor's degree was 3 years and 4 months. "44 states are represented here today. The state with the most graduates in attendance is Florida, with 531. Our graduate who traveled the farthest to join us today is from the Northern Mariana Islands. A special thanks to all of you who traveled great distances to be with us today. You all worked diligently to reach an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations of your family. Thank you for allowing us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It has been our honor. And now we have the honor of hearing from 2 of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce you to Sarah Minix, Bachelor of Science in Business HR Management, who is from Alabama. And then immediately afterwards, we will hear from Daniel Brothers, Bachelor of Science in Business Management, who is joining us from Massachusetts. Please join me in welcoming Sarah, who is celebrating her birthday today, along with her twin brother, Stephen.
That was my twin. My name is Sarah Elizabeth Minix, and I am honored to share my story with you today. To get to this point, I have overcome many challenges. I faced health issues and depression. I often struggled to find my motivation and purpose. The most difficult hurdle I faced was after the passing of one of my friends, Cassie. She passed away from complications of Turner syndrome in December of 2020. With a friendship as great as Cassie's, it was not easy dealing with that amount of grief so suddenly. Her loss devastated me. Through all of this, it would have been so easy to give up. I'm sure we all went through our own challenges getting to graduation day, but we also had our own reason for not giving up. For me, I was doing it to prove that my 5th grade teacher was wrong about me. That year, he called me stupid when I could not figure out a math problem. I spent every day after that fully believing those words. I believed that because I was not smart enough, I was not good enough. It was not until I started taking classes at WGU that I gained confidence in what I could accomplish. I cannot tell you the exact moment it happened, but somewhere along the way, I had forgotten the sting of those teachers' words all those years ago. I understood it was never about my lack of ability to learn. I was always capable and intelligent. I was always enough. I soon realized that I am no longer earning this degree to prove anything to anyone. I am doing this for the 5th grade girl who did not believe in herself. I had no idea when I started this degree it would lead to healing. I could share with you countless stories of people who did not believe in me and my potential. Thankfully, I also had people who did believe in me, sprinkled in throughout my life. The first teacher I can recall telling me I was smart was my 8th grade teacher, Mrs. Sade. Of course, I did not believe her then, but the seed of belief was planted, and today that flower blooms. When I first shared that I was going back to school, I felt blessed to be met with overwhelming support from my friends and family. They were there as I cried because I struggled with the concept, listened to me vent after every proctored test. They encouraged me to keep going when I wanted to give up. They stood beside me as I grieved and grew, and they cheered and celebrated with every pass. Because of WGU's competency-based learning, I know that I am prepared for my career. This experience has shown me the only limits I have are those I place on myself. I want to thank my program mentor, Nikki Harrington, my course instructors, my friends, and my family. I could not have done this without you. I also want to give a special thanks to my husband. He made sure I celebrated the little wins as well as the big ones. He would play a victory song after every objective assessment. He would try and corral our 2 cats during my proctor test so I wasn't distracted. And when I was procrastinating, he would always ask, "So, how's school going?" Making sure I stayed on task. Andrew, without your support, I could not have made this dream come true. To the graduating class, today I encourage you to push past the limits that were placed on you or that you placed on yourself. You are capable of so much, and being here today is proof of that. Remember those who believed in you and heal from those that didn't. Congratulations to you all.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, Sarah, and happy birthday. Dr. Estep, distinguished guests, respected faculty and staff, family members and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. My name is Daniel Brothers. It's an honor to share my journey to graduation. Henry Ford said, "Anyone who stops learning is old, whether it be at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young." As one of the older graduates today, I'm doing my best to stay young. My fellow graduates, how many of you thought this would never happen? How many of you, yeah. How many of you thought you would never achieve a college degree? Well, true confession, I was one of them. And today at 61 years old, I will march to officially receive mine. My quest for a degree began back in the 1970s, a time when many of you here today had not yet been born. I grew up in a suburb outside of Boston, the oldest of 5 children of a working-class family. My dad was a milkman and worked other odd jobs to provide for us. He was the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. Sadly, he passed away suddenly during my junior year of high school. He was only 37 years old. My mom raised us 5 children, who at the time of my dad's death ranged from the ages of 6 to 17. I am proud to often speak of my 3 brothers and sister and how we, despite overwhelming odds, have all become respectful adults and have raised beautiful families. We all made sacrifices for our families. After 1 year at a brick-and-mortar college, I gave up the traditional path to a college degree and left school. The lack of financial resources and the need to be home to grieve the loss of my father were the main reasons I gave up at that point. To go through what we did at such young ages was very difficult. As far as college goes, I plan to go back at some point. And my message to many of you out there in the same situation: do it now. Going back is difficult. Life gets in the way, and you always find a reason not to go back. Personally, it haunted me for a long time. It prohibited me from applying for positions that require a degree. But I always felt like something was missing. I was incomplete. There was an emptiness inside of me. Something that happened next helped put me back on the journey to a degree. Several years ago, I received an award for coaching high school lacrosse. The local newspaper sent a reporter out to write an article about me. After an extensive interview, he commented that there wasn't much I hadn't done in my career. I replied how I had never earned a college degree. His response, well, why not now? Those words, Doug Hastings, stuck in my head. It was shortly thereafter I came across an advertisement for Western Governors University. The time was right. The time was now. If this was ever going to happen, I would have to be the one to make it happen. I enrolled and started immediately on my first course. I discovered I loved learning. I attacked each class as an opportunity to learn something new. However, as we all know, it was not always a smooth road. We all faced obstacles in getting here today. Never enough time, studying on lunch breaks, family commitments, late nights and early morning studying, proctored exams, and life in general. In my weekly meetings with my program mentor, we discussed these challenges. I often spoke about these obstacles and told him I could see a light at the end of the tunnel. However, I always felt this proverbial light was a freight train ready to run over my dream. My mentors always encouraged me that this light would one day be symbolic of one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. To Rakim Fields, Mindy Rogo, and Ann Mackin, I thank you for your constant encouragement. I don't think our program mentors get nearly enough credit for helping us along this journey. When the pandemic started, I was on a semester break. But while the world was shutting down, I decided it was time to reopen my WGU world and get back into my studies. I found a way to turn the pandemic into a positive. As a practicing night owl, I would wake up each day at 5 a.m. to log into my course of study. As I came closer to the end, I found my work to become easier. I found more time to complete the tasks. And when my capstone turned green, signifying completion, I was still in disbelief that I was finished. But on November 11th, 2021, it became reality. The email finally arrived. The email confirmed that I had completed the requirements for my bachelor's degree. I had completed the journey. I was overcome with emotions. The late great Hall of Fame basketball coach Jim Valvano, during his ESPY Awards speech, commented how there are 3 things you should do every day: think, laugh, and cry. He would say if you did all 3, that would be a full day. As I sat in my office after receiving that email, I did all 3. I thought about my journey, and honestly, I laughed how long it took. But my thoughts brought me to tears about what I had accomplished. I'd like to thank the mentors and all the staff at WGU who gave me this opportunity. Western Governors University was the perfect institution for me. I'd like to thank my family, my wife Carol, who was my biggest supporter throughout this journey, my son Mark, and my future, thank you. My son Mark, my future daughter-in-law Molly, my son Patrick and his girlfriend Renata, all of whom will celebrate with me today. My fellow graduates, do not take lightly what you have accomplished. It is a monumental accomplishment. Course mentor Frank Sampietro always reminded students they now have transformed the answer to a previously uncomfortable question to a single word. Do you have your bachelor's degree? And that answer now is a simple yes. And today, 43 years after walking across the stage to receive my high school diploma, I get to walk across this stage with all of you as college graduates. Congratulations and thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Daniel, for sharing your stories with us today. Sarah, I am so happy that this degree journey helped you on your journey of healing. Teachers like Mrs. Sade make the real difference, and I'm glad you ended up at WGU and have proved certain people to be wrong. I echo the challenge you issued today to push past the limits that we place on ourselves or that others place on us. It's a great reminder that we all can do the hard things. And Daniel, you are right. The time is now. Now is always the right time because there will always be something, work, family, etc. Because as you said, now is the time you can answer the question, do you have a bachelor's degree? You can answer that with a resounding yes. And you will walk across this stage today. Congratulations to you both, Sarah and Daniel. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Damon John. As an entrepreneur in every sense of the word, Damon has come a long way from taking out a $100,000 mortgage on his mother's house and moving his business operation into its basement. He is the CEO and founder of FUBU, a much celebrated global lifestyle brand and a pioneer in the fashion industry with over $6 billion in product sales worldwide. Former President Barack Obama appointed Damon a presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship to harness his energy, ideas, and experience to help develop the next generation of entrepreneurs, both at home and abroad. He's an award-winning entrepreneur. He's won hundreds of awards. He also is a best-selling book author. He has published 5 books. He recently published books that have been #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. They have made him highly sought after as a motivational speaker and a consultant. His marketing firm, The Shark Group, offers advice on how to effectively communicate to consumers through innovative means and connects brands with the world's top celebrities for everything from endorsements to product extensions. Damon is an author of 5 best-selling books, including his New York Times bestsellers, Power of Broke, and his most recent book, his 5th book, Power Shift. Finally, he is celebrating his 14th season on ABC TV's critically acclaimed business reality show, Shark Tank, by renowned producer Mark Burnett. which has reinvigorated entrepreneurship around the world. Shark Tank has now gone on to win 5 Emmy Awards in the United States, and millions of weekly viewers worldwide tune into the show as Damon demonstrates his marketing prowess and his entrepreneurial insights. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Damon John.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Estep, and all the faculty, staff, and families here, everybody here from WGU. But more importantly is I would love to address the graduating class, my fellow Sharks. You invested in yourself. That's what I call fellow Sharks. Your family, they invested in you. Your friends, they invested in you. I love to say this. I say that all the time, that there's no difference between me and you. The only difference is I have a camera on me all the time, and I sit next to a really mean man named Kevin O'Leary. That's the only difference. You know, Dr. Estep told you about some of my accomplishments. I actually, prior to this, I told her, please, can you cut the intro of me down, because this is not about me. And to talk about my accomplishments would be a disservice. Because I'm a failure. And I hope that you're going to be failures too. You see, I failed most of my life. I was counted out for most of my life. My only accomplishment in school is I loved it so much, I did the 7th grade twice. I failed to be bright enough and as strong enough as you to go to college. And we hear about how I borrowed $100,000 on my mother's home, but guess what? 90 days later, I was out of the money. 3 months later on the mortgage, they were about to take my mother's only asset, and I was about to lose the business, and I was about to be homeless and bankrupt. It was because I wasn't smart enough to talk to a professor or to be somebody who was going to enroll, and I didn't understand how finance worked. Anybody here can now tell me I was paying for raw goods 90 days ahead of time. I was paying for a staff, utilities, and everything else, and my accounts receivable, 30, 60, 90 days. I was being choked by what they call the float. I wasn't smart enough. I was a failure. I didn't have anything that I could lean on. Think about it. I was dyslexic. I got left back in 7th grade. I didn't go to college. I didn't have a famous last name. Well, I do have a famous last name, but if I call Elton John and tell him I'm his son, he's not going to believe me for various reasons. You're a failure too, because you failed to listen to people that said you couldn't do it. You failed to stop and say, oh, well, I'm too old. I'm this, I'm that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fail to listen. You know, people think that entrepreneurs and successful people, success has nothing to do with money. Money often drives you up to your problems in a brand new Bugatti. The most successful people in this world are the ones who are stopping human trafficking, saving some of our furry friends who can't fight for themselves, being dedicated to their faith, being the mentors in the community that are saving people, being our teachers, our veterans. Those are successful people. Thank you. The theory of success, oh my God, you have to be strong, you have to be a visionary, and you never fail. Successful people are the most vulnerable people you'll ever see, because they know it's a team sport. They know that they need to lean on others who believe in them. How many people here believed in you? Why don't you give them a round of applause right now? And I know many of them are looking down from up here because we lost so many people. What is the key to success? Well, it's been said up here many times, many times. You already know what it is. Right? A lot of people think that successful people are these geniuses that have this foresight. No, a successful person is somebody who just, everything that has been built in this entire world started off with one person with one idea that took one action. Successful entrepreneur, they don't have vision. They just do the best they can do today and wake up tomorrow and do the best they can do. I see people on Shark Tank all the time, they're intimidated by being an entrepreneur. You want to know what's intimidating? Being a mother. Nothing against the dads, but we don't risk our lives to bring somebody into this world. And whether you are a mother or a dad, you talk about entrepreneurship, when you bring a child in this world, there's no book that's going to show you what to do with this human being every step of the day, every step of the year. You figure it out. And that's what you did. You figured it out. You figured out that I have a family, I have this amount of time, I don't have this amount of time, but I'm going to get this done. Everybody else talks about it. You did it. The 3 pillars to success are really simple, and we've talked about them up here already. It is, number 1, knowing your why. Number 2, setting the proper goals. And number 3, doing your homework to reinforce those goals, because those goals are a product of that why. And I'm going to talk about those. Number 1, knowing your why. Most of us live for other people's whys. This is the way our parents thought that success was, or social media. We're doing a whole bunch of things for a whole bunch of people we don't know. Or society says this. That's not our why. Only you have the blueprint to your why, to your gut. Is your why because you want to change the world? Because you want to feed your family? Because you want to make people healthier? Because you want to challenge yourself? That's your why. Because once you know your proper why, then you can set the proper goals. What are the proper goals? You can't hit a target that you can't see. Every single one of you envisioned yourself here today, in that cap, in that gown, with that loved one watching you, celebrating all that you have been through. I know it got dark, but you consciously set a goal, and what that was your autopilot bringing you back to what your goal was. The nights that you felt that you couldn't handle this anymore, and there was so many things going around that it was too much stress. The people that were telling you that you can't do it. It's never been done before, because we often let people set goals for us. Oprah said, you become what you think about most of the time. I tell people all the time, I grew up in a neighborhood where we were told that we were going to be dead or in jail by 21. And most of my friends were dead or in jail by 21. You've seen people in hard and difficult circumstances or abusive relationships that said, I'll never get a good man or a good woman in my life. And guess what happened? They never got a good man or a good woman in their life, because that was what they thought about most of the time. I understand it gets dark, but as they say, a plane on course from New York to California, it's off course 97% of the time. It's the automatic pilot that keeps bringing it back. And your automatic pilot always has been that you are going to complete this no matter what. It didn't matter the age, it didn't matter the time you needed to put in, it didn't matter. That was your goal, and you reinforced your goal, and that is why you're here. And you have to keep setting new goals, bigger and better. There's nothing new in this world. Again, everything has already been done, and that's a blessing. I see people come on Shark Tank all the time. I've created something new. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You may make it lighter, faster, stronger, find a new customer for it, but it's not new. Airbnb is still a timeshare. Uber, it's a limousine service. For the older people in this, more seasoned people, Facebook, it's a nasty chain letter. The Snuggie's still a blanket, it just has 2 holes in it. And for all the young men and women out there who think emojis are new, we called those hieroglyphics a million years ago. So when you set your goals, have your eye on a prize, because nothing new, and you can learn off of that. And then next, and the most important, I don't need to tell you this because you've already done it. You got to keep doing your homework. You have to keep learning. It's already been set up here. I promise you, I am learning every single day. Because the world is changing. It's changing at light speed. You never arrive. Never. You're never going to stay in the shape you're in. You're never going to have all the things you have, because the only thing that's guaranteed is change is inevitable. I told the earlier class about a story I had of having a stalker. Now, about 2 years ago, I had a really bad stalker, and I wasn't doing that well because I had 1 or 2 stalkers a year. I like to keep my stalkers around 10 or 12. But this woman was California, and I don't know how she had my number, my wife's parents' numbers, and I don't even have their numbers. My wife says to me, Damon John, you're a star. You've been on a national television show 14 years, almost half of your adult life. You've been on ABC. You're the Black Fonzie. How dare you? There has to be a service. There has to be something out there that can erase our numbers. This is crazy. I don't like the name drop, but I had to call a couple of people that probably could give me the information and pass on who can do this for me. I called up Catherine Zeta-Jones, I called up Mark Cuban, and I called up Pitbull. I called up Catherine, and she politely said, oh, darling, Michael and I are stalked often. I said, okay, with no service? No, I'm sorry. Cuban said, D, you're doing something right. And Pitbull said, Papo, that lady on my other line right now, I gotta get off. You never arrive. Nobody says to you, oh my God, you're rich and famous now, you're never gonna get sick, everybody's gonna like you. You're never gonna be hurt. You're gonna know everything. You're gonna have bodyguards, people are gonna protect you all the time. You're not going to be concerned about your mother and your kids and your husband and your family and your wife. You're not going to heal the wounds of what has happened in the past. That doesn't happen. You know, at 22 years old, I can work for 12 hours, hang out for another 8, eat pizza, and go to sleep and wake up and do it all again. It didn't stay like that. When you get married, it's not a guarantee that it's going to be happily ever after. When you have your degree, it's no guarantee you're going to get a job. When you're 40 years old, there's no guarantee that you're not going to get a degree. It is only your constant application of your goals and your homework and how to figure it out. That is what is going to get you to the next step. The hunger for life. The willingness to work with other people and be a little vulnerable and say, hey, I know this, I'm very confident about this, I don't know much, you want to help me out? People love a story like that. You're driving down on the street on the highway and you see somebody sitting up on top of their car with a gas can. Well, maybe AAA is coming for them. Maybe they have somebody, with a cell phone and they're just waiting for somebody. So you say, okay, no problem. But you drive down the highway, see somebody sitting outside pushing their car by themselves. What happens? You help push. You help call somebody. You see if they're okay. You know, a lot of people are intimidated because we're in a world where people like to highlight your weaknesses, but it's only 2 out of really 10, maybe even 1 out of 10 that want to highlight your weaknesses. You don't need to talk to them anyway. You don't need them in your life regardless. Because just like this great country, 90% of us, we have more in common than we have apart. It's only 10% trying to rip us apart, right? Doing your homework and getting to understand other people, getting to understand the ways that you can apply that to your life, looking at your inventory. What do I have on hand? A lot of people say you need other people's money, OPM. OPM can be many things. Other people's mind power, manpower, manufacturing, marketing, mentors. Listen, I'm here because Timberland didn't respect our market, so I decided to make money off of Timberland, other people's mistakes. OPM, you have to keep learning. And when you keep learning, I guarantee all those things will fall into place. Because that is the key to success. And I did not tell you anything new. I told you what got you here. Because people see you right now walking down the aisle. People are going to see me on that stage. But when did I get strong? When did you get strong? It was in the dark. It was in the middle of the night when nobody was around. It was when you had tears, when you had fears, when you were upset. And that is exactly the time that sharks hunt. We are nocturnal. We are kind of like night owls, right? I want you to keep moving forward and keep doing exactly what you're doing, because you already know the keys to success. Number one is really to understand your why, and your why will change. Try to put yourself in 2 to 5 words today. Apple think different, Nike just do it, food before it's biased, White Castle is what you crave, TNT, we know drama. You want to put yourself in 2 to 5 words, because when you walk into a room, you don't want people to reinterpret what you are. You want to have that as your navigation. They say a jury convicts you or exonerates you in the first 30 seconds of seeing you. After that, all they want to do is listen to the things that they already think about you. You want to make sure that you know your why. You want to make sure you set your goals. When you wake up in the morning, I want to make sure that you think about what you want to accomplish that day. Don't do this. Don't pick up this thing and look on social media, because for some reason everybody on social media is skinny rich and they're all in Greece. I have no idea where these people work. And don't look at your emails either, because you're letting somebody else's problems into your life. I've never gotten an email that said, remember that problem we had yesterday? It's over, and I'm sending you $5 million. You think about your goals in the morning, because if not, you're going to wake up with social media depression and everybody else's problems on your mind. And then after you set those goals, keep doing your homework to find out how to be the better person that you are. You will only learn through 2 things in life, and that will be your mentors and or your mistakes. And you've had amazing mentors here today, over here at WGU, your parents, your family, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Damon. I believe I speak for everyone here when I say your message was not only moving, but inspiring. On behalf of all of us at WGU, thank you for being here to be part of our service today. Now I would like to turn it over to Dr. Lucas Kavley, who will assist us in the conferring of degrees. Dr. Kavley.
All righty. So who's ready to graduate today? Anybody out there? Yes, absolutely. So we're going to now recognize each of our bachelor's degree graduates. So listen closely, because this is your final assessment during your time at Western Governors University. Now, those of you who have studied long, those of you who have passed all your assessment, those of you who have completed a baccalaureate degree or a teacher preparation endorsement at WGU, would you please stand up if you are able? You all failed. Come on now. Goodness gracious, there they go. All right. You've already made it through. You already got the email that said you're done. So this is all ceremony, but nonetheless, it's time for me to give you your hard-earned degree. And it's upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority that's vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the member governors of Western Governors University that I hereby confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree or the education endorsement that you have earned. This includes the Bachelor of Arts. It includes the Bachelor of Science in your areas of specialization or the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. You may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Just don't throw your hats in the air, because boy, those things are pointy and they come down. What goes up must come down. Congratulations. Welcome to the community of college graduates. Please. Be seated just for a moment. What we're going to do is we're going to have the following leaders from each of our colleges and schools to invite the graduates to the stage for each of your moments in the spotlight. First and foremost, we're going to hear from Dr. Victor Aloisa. He's the Vice President and Dean of Business Programs for the College of Business. After him will be Dr. Janelle Sokolowicz. She's the Academic Vice President and Dean for the Michael O. Levitt School of Health. We will have then Mr. Ashutosh Tiwari. He's the Senior Vice President, the Executive Dean of the College of Information Technology. And last but not least, our fantastic educators will be brought on by Dr. Stacy Ludwig Johnson. She's the recently appointed Senior Vice President and Executive Dean for the School of Education. Victor, your turn.
Good afternoon. Okay, my College of Business graduates, starting with the first row. Please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually and to start changing the world for better.
Adriana Meldkor.
Daniel Slaughter.
Michael Ellis.
Madison Attridge.
Jody Allen.
Candace White.
Amanda Thomas.
Aaron Vaughn.
Christina Aguilar.
Lori Guidy Dedman.
Michelle Dvorak.
Anthony Stefan.
Ashley Carver.
Sharon Dudley.
John Fletcher.
Braulio Ramirez.
Eric Jones.
Abner Santiago.
Teresa Reynolds.
Seth Halstead.
Sarah Elizabeth Minix.
Sarah Nicole Hicks.
Daniel Brothers.
Kelly Rogers.
Teresa Jackson.
Georgette Harder.
Mohammed F. Ershad.
Sherry Bislowski.
Carlos Rodriguez.
Tanya Robbins.
Lisa Lockhart.
Brenda Richard.
Devin Caswell.
Dextra Ruiz.
Jason Lunt.
Sharon Cardenas.
Jeremy Cheeseborough.
Robert Jackson.
David Fitzgordon.
Jeremy Hanna.
Kim Reed.
Daniel Dado.
Kelly Rackley.
Angela Miller.
Jennifer Flores.
Kelly Herman.
Nancy Rodriguez.
Cynthia Barayas.
Lunella Callisto.
Deandra Dyson.
Robin Johnson.
Edith Cortez.
I'm chilling.
Marsha Virgilin.
Sharonda Harrison.
Nathan Crow.
Daniel David Sanchez.
Elizabeth Anderson.
Hannah Folweiler.
Katrina Calvert.
Karen Stoidy.
Jenna Robichaux.
Matthew Kraus.
Tia Edie Vasquez.
Amber Gordon.
Rachel Tompkins.
Hillary McFarland.
Elaine L. Viamonte.
Alma Grant.
Kirsten Gartner.
Chantrell Hitt.
Jessica Smith.
Christine Peterson.
Amari Ortiz.
Jonathan Brown.
Tanya Emmel.
Dakota Holmes.
Jennifer Chandra.
Emily Graham.
Jason Smith.
Renee Kinlock.
Sarah Kendall.
Rochelle Pea.
Christina Lopez.
Nicole Mills.
Bryce Stevens.
Julina Wilkins.
Joseph Garris Jr.
Salvatore Cuomo.
Jillian Bates.
Tisha White.
Catherine Bauman.
Gabriel Maciejaszek.
Savannah Hicks.
Tricia Fahn.
Johnny Encarnacion.
Charles Jordan.
Christopher Ignace.
Stacy Sutton.
Robert Kemp.
Jonathan Mikas.
James Jackson IV.
Jennifer Cloutier.
Jorge Vega.
Alexander Bennett.
Donna Gober.
Lauren Crutchfield Imondi.
Eric Cruz.
Yvette Couch.
Joshua Casey.
Robin Talford.
Beth Spencer.
Melissa Rowell.
Christina Chapman.
Disha Patel.
Han Lei.
Zachary Dempsey.
Samantha Tapley.
Barry Lynn Staggs.
Hedian R. Jackson.
Joseph Robertson.
Emmanuel Bonilla.
William Boatman.
Sarah Vaughn.
Gregory Geralds.
Rachel Steiger.
Rupam Sidhu.
Caitlin Lindner.
Diana Aquino.
Brianna Wolf.
Casey Redman.
Ray Tucker.
Dion Craig.
Mark Park.
Chelsea Martinez.
Shay Pfeiffer.
Paige Gisclair.
Nicole Lanier.
Ashley Benson Holmes.
Megan Wilson.
Matthew Olguin.
Jermaine Stitt Seawright.
Amber Guerin.
Sean Spellman.
Morgan Craven.
Wendy Salas.
Courtney Bruce.
Dundi LaBranche.
Arturo Quezada.
Lydia Marie Reynolds.
Charlene Baker.
Elizabeth Jagir.
Caitlin Kirsten.
Kainesha Beatty.
Cliff Johnson.
Natasha Meunier.
Christine Caswell.
Christian Edouard.
Stacy Hamilton.
Tammy Carolee.
Jessica Amy McBrayer.
Jessica Groshon.
Michael Pellerito.
Charity Aiken.
Mallory Sutphin.
Vanessa Kearney.
Caress Boykin.
Melissa Wertheim.
Miranda Kaiser.
Heidi Hicks.
Jaquita Thompson.
Stephanie Shelby.
Donita Taylor.
Ravi O'Hara.
Christine Joy McCauley.
Tiffany Skillman.
Teresa Smithart.
Tynesha Haynes.
Hilda Garcia.
Rachel Loney.
Elizabeth Sexton Harden.
Maya Miller.
Brianna Crawford.
Jennifer Wittenberg.
Andreas Lopez.
Ariel Champagne.
Anna Karshamarshek.
Jennifer Gooden.
Marco Quintero.
Brianna Edwards Gosby.
Wilfredo Canas.
Brandon Ward.
Maria del Carmen Call.
Brandon Williams.
Kevin Worlton.
Maddie Ralston.
Tatiana Frazier.
Crystal Zamudio.
Autumn Hofsace.
Alexandria Frank.
Stephen Hofsace.
Nicholas Russett. Congratulations to all of the graduates of WGU's College of Business.
School of Health, it's our turn. For many of you, you will be entering in the most wonderful profession in the world, which is the profession of health. The care of patients and their families and generations will give you more joy than I could ever explain to you today. For some of you, you will continue the advancement of a degree that you earned years ago, and you have committed yourself to the care of patients and their families for many years. I applaud you all today. I am so very proud of you and this accomplishment. You will change your life and the life of your family and generations to come. For those from the Michael O. Levitt School of Health, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually and to make your mark on this world.
Jennifer DeMay.
Sarah Boyce.
Heather Sedato.
Nancy Gwen.
Chrisalina Kalon Johnson.
Monica Wilson.
Beverly Daly.
William Lovell.
Yana Proto.
Sierra Wilborn.
Victoria Kerr.
Amber Bachnight.
Amber Bajent.
Michelle Handy.
Roslyn Ladson Hamilton.
The whole way back. Come on now. That's right.
Ronald Remar Ringor.
Casey Hinkins.
Ray Desherdu.
Jennifer Smith.
Charlotte Usry.
Melissa Foberg.
Ana Abigail Ibarra Nunez.
Jackie Keeney.
Melinda Rose.
Divine Mutandwa.
Shannon M. Berry.
Sharina Lee.
Grace Youssef.
Nicola Savio Warfield.
Lynn Ellerbrock.
John Warfield.
Jean Velarde.
Dawn Clark.
Kazera King.
Tanya Smith.
Stacy Para.
Melanie Vanderkoy.
Karen Kalura.
Merlin Barlow.
Renee Hawk.
John Denmark Lizardo.
Taylor Malpiede.
Sarah Chapman.
Coral Grady.
Christina Davidson.
Samantha Sumrall.
Myra Riviera.
Tamika Smith.
Diane Matlock.
Christy Brown.
Allison Berger.
Catherine Valdivinos.
Jennifer Hansen.
Maria Isabel Perez.
Shannon Best.
Rolinda Montemayor.
Tavora Woolard.
Joey Roberts.
You got it. Congratulations.
Brittany Flowers.
Jesse Buchanan.
Melissa Britton.
Edith Gay.
Harbody Hernandez Prasad.
Elizabeth Wesson.
Maria de Jesus Colunga.
Leslie Jones.
Hillary Carter.
Kelly Sanchez.
Gisela Fasinelli Martinez.
Shakira Jones.
Sarah Klein.
Elizabeth Oliver.
Elizabeth Sullivan.
Jamie Lund.
Kama Whitaker.
Bernie Delgado.
Katina Marie Moss.
Marita Foreman.
Kiana Marie Renee Williams.
Sabrina Hernandez.
Stephanie McMickle.
Chanel Hammonds.
Julia D'Angelo.
Corin Brown.
Beatrice Franco.
Bridget Enos Oginan.
Shioma Dennis.
Terry Jordan.
Catherine Sear.
Lamoy Frey.
Agnes Sakai.
Samantha Hancock.
Leanne Kennedy.
Tanya Lutz.
Pedro Lopez.
Kayla Callahan.
Jesus Lopez.
Caitlin Weaver.
Julia Leama.
Samantha Hart.
Deborah Dewerson.
Amy Suit.
Tranika Smith.
Janine Bakare.
Wendy Colindres.
Mikosin Kui.
Giselle Chutan Tanani.
Michelle Ames.
Rose Moremoney.
Sandra Delalu.
Heather Salzgiver.
Ashley Coles.
Abigail Mensa.
Lucienne Massenat.
Evie Parchment.
Madison Saldana Garcia.
Vanessa Arbuckle.
RJ Ilagan.
Maureen Namuanda.
Gwendolyn Napolitano.
Heather Coker.
Rachel L. Anderson.
Tracy Spivey.
Andrew Arcan.
Shannon Martin.
Benedict Georges.
Rochelle Jean-Francis.
Loretta Rayon.
Bridget Cabaras.
Anita Gonzalez.
Taisha Ai.
Adriana Delavara.
Bernice Contour.
Annie Habib.
Nadeji Sanon.
Doa Al-Hawamda.
Geraldine Tiernan.
Dalton Angingbade. Congratulations to the graduating class of WGU's Michael O. Levitt School of Health.
Good afternoon to the newly minted graduates of the College of Information Technology. Are you ready to go change the world? Then today is your day. Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually. Come on up.
Regina Michelle Russell.
Leroy Willman.
Carl Slate II.
Sophia Wagner.
Connor Pickering.
Jesus Gomez.
Tyler Waldrop.
Ricardo Lopez.
Rodolfo Luis Mendez Machiche.
Cody Campbell.
Akbar K. Kerr.
Osvaldo Herrera.
Pierre Mason.
Barbara Webb.
Diego Ahia.
Kevin Carter.
John Morrison.
Ada Esther Gil Jimenez. Ada Esther Gil Jimenez.
Clint Sanchez.
Enrique Sendeo Jr.
Alvin Davis.
Saida Alam.
Chandler Lovett.
Jeffrey Schneider.
William Harrison Hampton III.
Cynthia Potton.
Adam Corvin.
Megan Redling.
Shwetha Mallikarjun Hiragowder.
Nicholas Balico.
Michael Henderson.
Francis Dobson.
Mark Hollis.
Rui Fernandez.
Ray Randall.
Craig Felbinger.
Alexa Fisher.
Kristen Stewart.
Joshua Culver.
Joseph Welker.
Layla Adams.
Malik Hare.
Tyrell Brewster.
TJ Clooney.
Rachel Van Zant.
Arlene Sanders.
Samuel Smith.
Harley Harrell.
Angel Ramirez.
Derek Curran.
Cameron Stephens.
Eric Geisler.
Dustin Gaston.
John Pylant.
Eric Brown.
Jacob Broyles.
Trevor Cole Gray.
Dwayne Critchlow.
Charles Shepard.
Felix Alberto.
Kelly Pepper.
David Rigdon.
Shahan Syed.
Suzanne Winsky.
Jackson Weiss.
David Hill.
Alejandro Salas.
Marguerite Chase.
Oscar Godinez.
Jonathan Hooks.
Eugenia Clark.
Andrew Lewis.
Jeffrey Gerald.
Jacob Bryant.
Tinda Augustin Martin.
Jenica Gonzalez.
Kasha Alt.
Michael Henderson.
Emerson Arcella.
Michael Griffin.
Bradley Shannon.
Marcus Dunbar.
Christian Kurth.
Rafael Pimentel.
Jeremy Rogers.
Stephen Shores.
Jason Corey.
Joshua Summers.
Daniel Benjamin.
Cassandra Cleespy.
Radhi Muhammad.
Stephen Stowers.
Jabril Floyd.
Nicholas Muldrow.
Jamal Wells.
Eric Wenthy.
Caleb Bartholome.
James Fisher II.
Adebola Adesanya.
Alex Salas Banales.
Ihis Agbunjazu.
Joe Pelayo.
Justin Fontan.
Andrew Greenwell.
Kristen Thomason.
Ethan Hamar.
Michael Prather.
Shamika Smith.
Caitlin Vaught.
Mohammed Jelly.
Jermaine Beckford.
Ashley Strador.
R. Perez Jr.
Jacob Hewitson. Mario Popoca. Noah Kolos. Lakeisha Denton. Andrew McCormick. Alicia Al-Maliki. Ashley Elise Jensen. Tyler Harris. Matthew Jenkins. Sergio Fernandez. Congratulations to the graduates of WGU's College of Information Technology.
WGU School of Education, are you awake out there? There is no better way to wrap up this commencement and the National Education Week than with the commencement of all of you from the School of Ed, and to just give you a sense of impact. There's 309 of you walking today between the two ceremonies, and it's estimated that you will touch the lives of at least 3,000 students. So together, it's 297,000 young lives that you're going to impact. We are so proud of you, and thank you for what you're going to do to impact this country. So congratulations, and come forward and receive your diplomas.
Yolanda Truelove.
Sandra Babbitts.
Heather Ludwig.
Marissa Russell.
Lakeisha Odom.
Melissa Lambert.
Taylor May.
Victoria Robles.
Marissa Vaughn.
Kirsten Gray.
Caitlin Weaver.
Erica Miracle.
Christina Phelps.
Catherine Fraser.
Nikki Wolf.
Miranda Kinsey.
Alvia Winfrey.
Miranda Hoover.
Joshua Brannon.
Carlisha Lee.
Amber Shane.
Tara Spranger.
Julie Stahl.
Mia Smith.
Rebecca Schaffer.
Melissa Cruz Majias.
Cassidy Burschbach.
Hannah Foster.
Heather Sumrell.
Caitlin Case.
Sophia Hernandez.
Alicia Davis.
Megan Raffield.
Danielle Jones.
Britaya Wallace.
Elizabeth Harsh.
Roma Este McDonald.
Brittany Auer.
Gregory Shivers.
Alicia Tunstall.
Catherine Janway.
Dora Anaya.
Nicole Daniels.
Caitlin Jaramillo.
Autumn Wallace.
Jessica Murphy.
Tukia Noel Obins.
Ashley Mizell.
Mackenzie Arrowood.
Nicole Yoreko.
Jennifer Glancy.
Sarah Jade Elizabeth Chester.
Bethany Reichman.
Jennifer Brooks.
Jacelyn Lobosco.
Brenda Arroyos.
Alyssa Batrani.
Ashley Peabody.
Petey Gay Stewart.
Regina Hunt.
Sierra Saunders.
Guinevere Corsi.
Stacy Walker Taylor.
Tiffany Grant.
Alexandra Anthony.
Lindsay Altice.
Stephanie Wall.
Maricela Ramirez.
Lee McAvoy.
Kimberly Hodges.
Annette Gonzalez.
Brandy Murphy.
Regina Sherlock Weeks.
Rachel Steele.
Olivia McCoy.
Amanda Jubelt.
Jessica Gossin.
Jessica Musgrove.
Julissa Simundi.
Christina Himmel.
Christina Ritchie.
Carrie Jo Remy.
Kayla Myers.
Shakita Jenkins.
Larissa Sigmunds.
Tiffany Tatro.
Ariella Grodzinski.
Hayden Cooper.
Carrie Halligan.
Leanna German.
Carrie Ellison.
Esmeralda Vargas.
Catherine Hunt.
Joya Andrea Marie Carthy.
Alyssa Wilson.
Allison Millas.
Allison Eugene.
Daniel Dillon.
Olivia Savaldi.
Katie Johnson.
Marie Cassion.
Kate Santara.
Jasmine Griffin.
Joseph Henry.
Adrea Mosley Mitchell.
Megan Swales.
Solangel Laura.
Stephanie Kersey.
Stephanie Hall.
Johanna Mayfield.
Tiffany Hurd.
Grayson Burness.
Allison Turgeon.
Giselis Alvarado.
Katina Rice.
Elizabeth McNeely.
Danielle Collins.
Bernadette Martinez.
Vicky Davila.
Rochelle Williams.
Nikki Galasso.
Adriana Iwabuchi Alfaro.
Heather Steverson.
Jennifer Carroll.
Laura Leavitt.
Christy Dunn.
Shantae Shaver.
Ebony Biddens.
Abigail Schwagel.
Cynthia Braun.
Ashley Ioria.
Latoya Simpson.
Ashley Ahola.
Candace P. Wesley.
Berletta Miller. Congratulations to all of the graduates in the WGU School of Education.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Now I am delighted to introduce Kevin Colopy from Wilmington, North Carolina, who is representing our growing alumni community today. In 2021, Kevin completed his Master's in Healthcare Leadership at WGU. Kevin is an accomplished pre-hospital and critical care transport medicine leader who has been engaged in supporting his community and advancing his profession for more than 20 years. Kevin's lab testing program was the first accredited EMS program accredited by the College of American Pathologists. He was recognized as an EMS 10 Innovator in 2014, recognized as a 2022 WGU Distinguished Graduate. Kevin will represent our alumni with a brief message at this time. Welcome, Kevin.
Good afternoon, WGU graduates. On behalf of the more than 300,000 WGU alumni worldwide, I welcome you to our Alumni Association. What a thrill it is for me to be here with all of you at this commencement during WGU's 25th anniversary year. It was not long ago that I was sitting in your seats as a recent graduate from WGU. WGU provided an enriching and engaging student experience for me, and I'm happy to share that my learning and engagement with the university did not end when I graduated, and I hope that's the case for you too. After all, we are all night owls for life. I invite you to stay engaged with the many benefits WGU has to offer through the WGU Alumni Association, including free learning resources, career coaching, benefits, and much, much more. Visit wgu.edu/alumni to stay engaged. Congratulations, Night Owls, and I'll see all of you in the Alumni Network.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank all the graduates who are wearing the gold and blue philanthropy cords today, recognizing their generosity and support of other students and of WGU's fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, they also support a legacy that will last for generations to come. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, nearly $225,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship, which has helped more than 180 students cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you for your support in helping your fellow Night Owls succeed. For many of you, earning your diploma is the fulfillment of a lifetime goal. The degree that you have earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity. But it is important to remember that commencement is not the end. Today's commencement represents your new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, believe that you'll do it well, and great things will follow. As you continue on your journey, I encourage you to support others who are pursuing their dreams. As we close today, I hope you will take a moment to reflect on the pride that you felt during this ceremony as you step out into your new beginning. Thank you for letting us be a part of your educational journey. As of this weekend, we are now celebrating another WGU milestone. We have reached 300,000 graduates since our beginning 25 years ago. Thanks to all of you for being part of this milestone. As you celebrate, please share your excitement on social media using the hashtag WGUGrad. This concludes our ceremony. Thank all of you for joining us.
you.